Welcome grade 7 and 8 to another one of Mr. Wensing's science class videos. Today we're going to be talking about acids, bases, and salts, but primarily focused on acids. You're probably more familiar with acids, bases, and salts than you even realize. If you've ever had orange juice, you have experienced the sour taste of an acid. Apples, lemons, bananas, and many other foods contain acids. Acids are used in the production of metals, fertilizers, rubber, and plastics. There's acids in a car battery and even in our stomach. If you've ever accidentally tasted soap, then you know the bitter taste of a base. Soap also has another characteristic of bases: slipperiness. Bases are used to make soap, paper, cement, fertilizers, and antacids. When you hear the word salt, you probably think of the table salt you use to make your food taste better. The sodium chloride in your salt shaker is only one of many compounds called salts. Salts are used in the production of other compounds, made into plasterboards, used as preservatives, and spread on roads to keep them free from ice. Well, what exactly is an acid? Many compounds split into ions, which are charged particles, when they dissolve in water. These compounds are said to dissociate in water. An acid is a compound that releases hydrogen ions when it is dissolved in water. These hydrogen ions are protons, positively charged particles, or H+. The protons attract water molecules to produce hydronium ions, or H3O. Acids are proton donors. Acids also have many properties in common. Acids taste sour. Although tasting is definitely not a safe way to test for acids, bases, or anything else. Lemons, oranges, and grapefruits contain citric acid. This acid gives them their sour taste. The sour taste in vinegar is due to acetic acid. Sour milk contains lactic acid. Wine gets its sour taste from tartaric acid, and the tart flavor of many carbonated beverages comes from phosphoric acid. Aspirin dissolved in saliva tastes sour because of acetylsalicylic acid. Acids also react with carbonates, such as sodium carbonate or calcium carbonate, to produce carbon dioxide. All acids contain hydrogen. Acids react with some metals to form hydrogen gas. Hydrochloric acid, for example, reacts with zinc metal to form zinc chloride and hydrogen gas. Acids react with metals, dissolving the metals and forming a metal compound in the form of a metal residue. The gradual wearing away of a metal due to a chemical reaction in which the metal is changed into a metallic compound is called corrosion. Because acids produce charged ions, they are electrolytes. An electrolyte is a mixture of chemicals that conducts an electric current. A car battery is a good example of an acid used as an electrolyte. When an acid dissolves in water, some of the molecules may not dissociate. Some acids then produce more hydrogen ions than others do. A strong acid is an acid that produces many hydrogen ions when it is dissolved in water. Nitric acid is a strong acid that ionizes completely in water. 100 HNO3 molecules would produce 100 hydrogen ions and 100 nitrate ions. The three most common acids used in industry are all strong acids: sulfuric acid, nitric acid, and hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid is used in industrial and home cleaning agents. It is also the acid that our stomachs use to break apart foods for digestion. Sulfuric acid is used to make paints, plastics, detergents, and fertilizers. It is the acid used in car batteries. Nitric acid removes tarnish from metals, and it is also important in producing explosives, plastics, dyes, and fertilizers. Strong acids are good electrolytes because they produce many ions. Strong acids are also very corrosive. An acid that produces a small number of hydrogen ions when it is dissociated or dissolved in water is called a weak acid. Acetic acid is a weak acid. 100 of these molecules would produce about one hydrogen ion and one acetate ion. The other 99 molecules would remain as acetic acid molecules dissolved in water. Acetic acid, carbonic acid, citric acid, and boric acid are all weak acids. Carbonic acid and citric acid are both used in carbonated beverages. Boric acid is frequently used in eye drops. Acetic acid is used to make cellulose acetate for fibers and films. Weak acids are poor electrolytes because they produce fewer ions than strong acids. As you might expect, weak acids are not very corrosive. One of the reasons acids are so useful to us is because they dissolve in water. But this property also contributes to an environmental problem: acid rain. Acid rain is the result of sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxides reacting in the atmosphere with water and returning to Earth as rain, fog, snow, sleet, or dew. Acid rain has a variety of effects, including damage to plants and soils, fish and other living things, materials, and human health. Although acid rain has been around for a century, the problem is complicated and not easily solved. Laws and regulations are in place to control the emissions that cause acid rain, but acid rain is still a problem, especially in the northeastern parts of North America and in Europe.